People across the country observed this Memorial Day by paying their respects to service members who died fighting for our country. For some, the connection is much more personal when that lost service member is family. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo joins us live at Sarasota National Cemetery after finding out what this day meant to those who visited there. Dwayne?
Well, Scott, there's been a steady stream of visitors at the cemetery for the entire day. It was an opportunity for many to pay tribute to those who served and for those who lost their lives in service to our country. For years, Sarasota resident Amy Freyer has been visiting Sarasota's National Cemetery. And as it grows, she's starting to see more headstones of people who were friends.
We just visited a gentleman that I knew. He's over here, and it seems like every time I come, I see a new name that I recognize.
But while casually walking among rows of gravestones, she pauses right here to honor and pay her respects to her dad, who served in World War II.
His service last year, I learned much more about it because the VA did some research of his papers, so told me a lot about what he did. And
he was mostly in combat.
He never talked about that kind of stuff.
But Freyer says the stories her dad told were lighthearted, making this day much more than a holiday, but a day of reminiscing and remembrance.
He just talked about the crazy stuff, made it sound like it was, fun. The kids would, Papa, tell us about this, tell us about that, and he would just make, he didn't make a big deal about it for himself.
The wounds are still fresh for Victoria Baldwin, who lost her brother earlier this year. And on this day, she says there is no other place that she would prefer to be than this burial site honoring his memory.
My father served, my grandfather, I have another brother that is deceased and he served also. And my living brother that's with me here has served.
And as flags are placed on more than 15,000 buried here at the cemetery, visitors here vow never to forget.
What they did is not in vain, and it gives us freedom.
Well, I'm very proud of him, and I'm proud that he was my dad. And I miss him, but I love that he's here.
Now, both women encouraged everyone to visit Sarasota National Cemetery at least once in their lifetime, even if you don't have a loved one or friend buried at the site. Reporting live at Sarasota National Cemetery, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.